Welcome to the English Pronunciation Clinic. This week, week 3, we will be investigating reductions. This is the first video for the week, Content versus Function Words. This multimedia presentation was produced by Charles Copeland, Walden University student number A00518354, as partial completion for the course EDUC 8347, Designing Instruction for E-Learning, taught by Dr. Darcy Harland. First, the main words need to be defined so you can understand the lecture. Content words is the first word. Content words are words that carry meaning. They always have some amount of stress because they are important to comprehension. The words are a little longer and a little louder than other words in a sentence. Some words that are content words are nouns, main verbs, verbs that carry action, adverbs, and adjectives. The other words that are considered content words are possessive pronouns like mine or yours, demonstratives, this, that, and not or negative contractions that include not. The next important term is function words. Function words are a form of grammar glue. What I mean by this is that they are the words that hold grammatical place, but do not convey the main meaning of a sentence. They are important, and without these words there would be miscommunication, but they are more important in writing than in speaking. This has to do with the ephemeral or short-lasting nature of spoken language. Since they are not carrying meaning, just holding grammatical place, they have less or even no stress. Function words include articles, like a and the, prepositions, in, on, at, possessive adjectives like my, his, her, personal pronouns I, you, he, she, it, we, they, conjunctions and, or, but, so, and auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs differ from action verbs because their purpose is grammatical, not content meaning. It is even possible to have the same word, had, can be used as a main verb and an auxiliary verb in the same sentence. I had a hamster. The first had is auxiliary because it is holding the grammatical form of the past perfect, and the second had is the action of possession, the past participle of have. Now, side note, it is one of the only times that the same word can repeat itself in a sentence. Now that we know the difference between content and function words, you can see that if you have a string of function words next to each other, they would be de-emphasized. They run together with the pause between the words even being removed, or to remove stress from the words. This is one form of a reduction. It happens in certain cases. Contractions are similar, except that they can be contracted but should not be reduced. This is why contractions should be used in speech but not in written form. I am contracts to I'm, with the space between the words and the sounding being removed to make it easier to say. Reductions are similar, except there are no standard spellings. It can change a little bit between regions also. The spaces between the words do disappear, though. This is part of what makes native speakers talking seem fast to some second language learners. One example of this reduction can be found in the question, what did he eat for lunch? What, did, he are all function words. So the space between those words can disappear when native speakers say them at speed. What did he? 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 What did he eat for lunch? It's reduced down to what did he? And the T and the have also disappeared. Why? Well, T and D are made in the same place and are the same type of consonant. The only difference is that the throat vibrates on one of them and does not on the other. It is hard to make the change without a pause, so the T disappears. H is hard to say and also disappears. More on this on the next video, though. Here is another example. What do you? To say do you by themselves, there is a lot more stress than there should be in connected speech. When it is removed, it sounds like whata ya. If it is reduced further, it could even be taken to whadia. The dy is a little hard to say, so it changes either to the j or cha, depending on the region of usage, turning the words into either waja or wacha. Once again, there is more on the next video, but basically it happens because it is easier. Here's a list of a few more common reductions. Ought to reduces to oughta. Have to reduces to have to. Has to goes to has to. Would have becomes woulda. Could have to coulda. May have to maya. And might have to mighta. These are some common reductions. This concludes the multimedia study guide created for English Pronunciation Clinic. You can download the PowerPoint and transcript for the study guide. Please go on to the second week study guide video, Video 2, Making It Easy. It will cover the differences between the way the syllables are formed in English and Korean. All images in the PowerPoint were found using Insert Online Picture function with the Creative Commons image search option, which is a feature of Microsoft PowerPoint 2013. The IPA form is made using IPA Sans, which was downloaded from the University of Central London. English information is from Teaching Pronunciation, a reference for teachers of English to speakers of other languages by Celsia Murcia et al., 1996.